Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
Awesome, amazing. Yeah, because mine I've been troubling a little bit with the space. So I
you're
was thinking about rescheduling, but I wanted to, yeah, see if we could figure it out.
you could have if you needed to reschedule, you could have. I'm fine with what
Yeah,
I'm open.
yeah, okay. But I just want let's try.
Okay.
See.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right now
yeah.
it's doing okay, so I'll send it to you whenever it's done.
Yes, amazing. Thank you for that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I understand with the name. I usually also like to pronounce people's names correctly with
It's
people respect.
it's
Yeah.
funny. I think it's a cultural thing because but I guess it just depends. If some people don't care, and when I run into people that don't care, I think it's very weird. I'm like, well, you don't
Yeah.
want to, you don't want to say someone's name correctly. So I try to do as best as I can. So Mita,
Yeah, exactly.
Meta.
Spot
Okay.
on.
Meta. I got
Yeah.
it. It's when I see the E, it's like in English, it's MET, so it's Met. And I'm like, that's not
Okay,
what it
yeah.
is. But Meta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
usually people ask, is it like mad? And then I'm like meta with the E and like
That's not
so
funny, but that's funny. I'm sorry.
no, it's I don't get it. Yeah. It is
Yeah. Well, thank you
yeah.
for inviting me. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, thank you for wanting to do this with me. I am kind of exploring a little bit with the podcast and trying to go some new paths. So yeah, just like yeah, exploring a little bit, speaking with people from kind of areas that I haven't spoken with as much, but in like who works in interesting areas with like entertainment and stuff. By the way, I love your walls, like the color. That's so cool. I was like, this is what I saw. I was like, bang, that's just
So the walls, when we
the vibrant ones.
during, of course, the pandemic was a horrible time, but because of the pandemic, everything was lower. So my husband and I were able to buy a house. And
Right.
so this is my office space, and then it's also my audition space. And I literally was like, I cannot audition on an orange wall. They're gonna look at all of my tapes.
Could be interesting, I
Yeah.
would imagine.
So we can all of the other three, well, two, I guess. Oh, three. I had a moment. It's okay.
Uh-huh.
My other three walls are orange, but this
Yeah.
one is like a lavender, like a purple, like a light purple, and it just gives a different look for the auditions
Mm.
that I do. So it works. It actually works out. It's the one where I'm like, okay, I don't have to do anything to it. I can change the lighting, and it'll change how it looks in the background too. So
Right. Okay.
yeah,
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm weird.
No, I love it. I love like it's so interesting to see how people work with space and a lot. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to start by asking, getting to know you a little bit. So where are you from? I think I did ask that, but it's like
Yeah. So of course,
in
unfortunately,
the US.
unfortunately, I am
Huh?
in the
Why?
United States.
No, no,
Uh,
that's don't
I,
say important.
I guess it
I'm sorry.
depends. It depends on how you look at it. I mean, we're definitely
Right.
there's pros and there's also cons, if you
Mm-hmm.
know. But anyway,
Yeah, yeah, I
um,
see.
I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio, so I'm like in the Midwest area of the
Mm-hmm.
United States, and I was actually born here. I've moved to Atlanta, and I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and I've moved
Right.
to Dallas, Texas. But then we came back to Ohio. Actually during the pandemic because my husband and I we were married and we had one son at that time, and I told him,
Mm.
I said, if we have another kid, we're not going to be able to do it where we were located, because in Texas we were by ourselves. It was just us, and it's hard raising a child by yourself. You don't have
Yeah.
any family or anything, so he wouldn't have been raised with his family. So we came back, and so now he has his people, and now we
Mm-hmm.
have another son. So we have two sons at this point. So I'm the only girl in the
Mm.
house.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Dang.
it's okay though. I actually like
Okay.
it because I have all of my little my not I won't say little, but I have all of the men who want me to be happy. So that's
Right.
really nice. And so
Okay.
we've been here. I've actually been acting for about 4 years now.
Okay, yeah. All right. Can I ask how old are you then?
I'm 35.
You're okay. All right. So you said acting for 4 years?
Hmm.
Awesome. How did you get into it then? And did you yeah, I guess did you know it as like a kid, or is it something that came later for you that you thought about getting into acting?
It actually, so it came later for me. I've always been interested in it. So I used to, I was raised in the church, so we would always do like praise
Okay.
it, for Black culture, we would call it praise dancing, where you would just dance to the music that would be
Mm,
playing. I was also in the choir, so I did sing, songs with choirs. But
right.
acting was definitely new. So it interestingly enough, after I had our second son, I think he was about maybe 5 months at the time.
Uh,
And my husband and I were watching a television show in our bedroom, and I had told him, like, I think I want to try this. And he didn't know what I was talking about. And I was like, yeah, I think I don't remember what show we were watching, but it was a comedy. And I was like, I think I just want to try it one day. And so
okay,
he
yeah.
he actually paid attention. And for Mother's Day, he actually bought me an acting class. And so that's where I
Oh, how
started. Yeah.
sweet. That's amazing. So that support.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting how, because he's been a musician all of his life. He's
Okay,
always
yeah.
done music. And so we have
Okay.
a creative family, if you will. Like even our 4-year-old likes to play instruments. So I'm actually trying
Mm,
to figure out what instrument to put him in, like a class. And my
right.
8-year-old at this point, he's like, I want to sing like daddy. And what's funny
Uh-huh.
is that the 8-year-old, if he wanted to, he could act really well. But I want them to be whatever they're interested in. So he says he wants to sing, so I'll let him do it. But
Right.
we have such a creative family, so I'm just like, okay, well, we're figuring this out. We're figuring it out as
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah. Oh, I love that you're like, because I want to ask you then, what did you then do before, like seeing that and then getting the like seeing the show, the comedy show,
So
and
yeah.
because that's like, I mean, there's yeah, it's just brave and that like courageous. I love that you like said that I want to try this and like committed to that and yeah,
So I do have a full-time job. I have
right.
been involved. So I went to university and I did graduate with my bachelor's degree.
Hmm.
And when I was at university, I was involved in nonprofits and so things of that nature. So
Hmm.
I used to write grants a lot. It was like one of the main things that I would do. I loved writing grants because I
Oh
just
my
like
goodness.
to help. I believe everybody always needs help, right? And so
Hmm.
you need people who are able to speak for them. And I
Yeah.
believe that that's what grant writers are for, or at least at that point in time. I know there are a lot of different grant writers, but that was where I was at that time. And which I
Right.
still am essentially, it's just not a passion of mine anymore.
Um,
But so I do still have a full-time job. It's essentially doing, grants and things of that nature. But I'm blessed that even with my full-time job, I'm able to be flexible with my acting. So, if I have to step away for a scene, I can, and it's okay as long as I get my work done. And I
right.
greatly appreciate it because I still
Yeah,
need the
that's awesome.
continuous income. And
Yeah.
acting, if you know anything about it, it's never always, I won't say never, but just for us lower level people, it's not always continuous. So it's good
Yeah.
to have the
Yeah.
income that I can depend on while I'm also
Hmm.
pursuing what I would like to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good to have that besides.
Mhm.
What how that or like that's good but like important because yeah, I do I mean, I think it's more so the couple of, I guess, the last years that I think, I don't know, I think I've always had an idea that it's, I guess, probably some of the most known that like can live off of acting, and then there's, yeah, like it's different.
So
Um,
I have just on that
yeah, no,
comment,
yeah,
I
yeah,
have an acting coach who
right.
she acts too. She's been acting for at least 15 years, if not longer.
Uh-huh.
And she said, like, for people in the acting community, there's 2.5% of us that will be able to reach the point where we can live off of what we're doing.
Mm,
Everybody else has to constantly work.
right.
So for example, you pick up maybe side jobs, so like
Yeah,
babysitting or dog sitting or even DoorDash, driving, doing delivery jobs, things of that nature,
yeah, yeah,
because it's very, very hard.
yeah.
And I'm blessed that like I said, I have my career that I have, and I can also pursue it. I would love to be able to pursue it on a higher level.
Mm,
At the same time, I'm like, I know that if I it comes with a lot of sacrifice. So because I have two children and a husband at this point, it's like, okay,
yeah,
what am I willing to sacrifice for my family, and is it worth it? My husband
right,
wouldn't
yeah.
care. He would let me, go to auditions or go to if I need to film something, but is it worth it for our family to be able to go and do, if that makes sense? It's
Yeah,
always
yeah,
pros and
totally.
cons. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like having the time for the family when you have kids.
Yeah.
There's
It's a lot.
yeah. Yeah, it gets a lot. And there's 24 hours in a day, so
That's it.
that's
That's
it.
all.
So yeah, yeah. And yeah, most society can be quite hard. So
Yes, definitely. I'm like, even
yeah.
managing the hours that I have, I can barely manage. It's like I gotta manage the kids too and the husband. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. How does it then like look like? So wait a second, where did you live then when you first started getting into it? In Texas or
In Cincinnati.
Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So what does it look like getting into acting in Cincinnati?
There's the unfortunate part is there's only one acting class in Cincinnati, Ohio that is
Oh,
offered. Yeah. And so I was able
okay.
to go there, but that actually helped me to be able to realize, okay, I think this is something I would like to pursue. And
Right.
so because of that, I was able to find my acting coach who I just mentioned
Mm.
previously. I found her, and a lot of things with acting is all virtual. So that's also very good in the
Yeah.
sense of the auditioning.
That's
Now, of course, when you're doing your work, you have to do it in person. So but that was, like I said, that was helpful. It helped me to understand, okay, do I go get headshots? Is it something I'm really looking at doing, or do I just want to take the class? And it was something that I really wanted to do. So I was able to connect with people to get headshots, to figure out where to get auditions. There's a lot of websites and things that you can use and apps to find
mm.
auditions. And to really hone in on my look and the type of character that I would want to do. And there are a
Right.
lot of techniques with acting. I am Meisner technique trained. That's who my acting coach, she's done that. She's been doing it for a while.
What
And
did you say? What kind of?
I know Meisner. So it's
Uh-huh.
Meisner. So
Okay.
it's probably one of the best, if you ask me, it's one of the best techniques out there. There's different
Right.
techniques, so everybody has their thing. But
Yeah.
Meisner has definitely helped me to be able to become who I am as an actor. So
Mm.
it's just been, I'm very, very grateful for that. And so because of that too, because I've taken 3 classes with her. I don't know if it was beginner, intermediate, and advanced. I feel like that's what it, but took 3 classes back to back with her. And I have since, even before, but also after, I've been a lead, or definitely at least co-lead in 5 plays that within the last 18 months. And so that's been really, really great. And I've also booked commercials and films and things of that nature. So just really
Right.
trying to hone in on it. And the thing about it is there's a lot you can do and it still could, it honestly, I don't know if it'll, eventually it'll be enough, but there's a lot of us little people that like to do, like to act. So
Yeah, yeah. But how do you then like how does it work for you when you um this I feel like this is a dumb question, but like when you book something,
what you said, when I do what?
when you like book something, like a movie or like did you say that? Like um when you like yeah, when you book something,
Oh,
does
book.
that make yeah,
I'm not here. It's There's stuff going on. So I'm sorry. That's why I was like, hold
that's
on,
all
what? I
right.
apologize. I was like, what am I
It's okay.
hearing? When you're trying to hear something and I'm like, I'm not hearing it. And I'm saying it in
Right.
my head and it anyway. But so
Is
when
the sound great though?
yeah, no, no, no. Your sound is
Okay,
fine.
okay,
It's
good.
fine. It
Okay.
was just I
Okay,
think when you
cool.
said book, it sound like something else. And so
Okay.
that could have just been me. I'm take the blame.
No, it's okay. No
But
worries.
how do I so when I book, so I do have two agents at this point. And so when I book,
Hmm.
they'll give me the details on everything that I need to do as far as, location, where do I go, what time do I show up? And whenever they give you the time, you show up at least 15 minutes in advance, if not more, just to know, where to park and where to go.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm able to meet the people that I, connect with. I've been blessed to book a lot of my agent is more my agent isn't only a commercial agent, but where I'm located there are a lot of commercials here, so
Okay.
essentially it's a commercial agent. But if there's anybody else that wants to book, if there's movies or anything like that, the agent will work with them as well. And I've been very, very blessed to book a lot with them, and it's been fun.
Hmm.
I love my agent. I love the experience that I'm able to get with it. The booking is actually pretty simple. It's the auditioning is the hardest part, because when you audition, they haven't picked you don't know if they've picked you yet. And so it's like,
Right.
oh my God. So you just have to, but when you audition, everybody says, you audition and then you forget about it, which
Right.
I understand, because it's like you don't want that to be on your mind.
Hmm.
I think my hardest part is that you want to, and it's hard. I think it's hard because, you run into different people. So it's like, what made me not book it? And it probably
Right.
isn't
Yeah.
necessarily me. It's just they probably thought somebody else may look better. So, you got to weigh the pros and cons and all of that. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, cool. Okay, so I want to jump to some of the movies you've made or been in.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's getting pretty interesting. So you've done the red, white, and black movie. What was it like getting into that and doing that?
So it was easy for me to be able to do that, essentially because I know the director of the movie. So because I know the
Okay,
director, I do have to say, like, because our community is small or smallish, you're able to connect
right.
with people really,
Was
really
that
easily.
right? Is that in Cincinnati?
Yeah, yep,
Right.
yes it
Okay.
was. Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
So that's probably the most wonderful thing about it is, and so that was how I was able to even get into that movie.
Hmm.
There is another movie also. I'm actually filming a TV series, so I'm waiting on him to give us
Right.
the next scripts and everything like that. There was another movie in Atlanta, Georgia, that I was able to film, and I had a. It's so funny because I'm like supporting cast, so my parts will be small. But what I loved is that even though I'm supporting, the roles were still very essential. And so it
Hmm.
helps me to
Yeah.
feel like, okay, even though it seems small, but small in the sense of, you want a lead role, but it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to work up to that. And I've been in lead roles before.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. But just being able to understand like, okay, this is what's needed. Like, and I
Right.
appreciate the growth and also being able to work with all different types of people.
Yeah, yeah, but no, it's also like stacking the small kids because I mean, it's like it's just like a job or like any
It
type of job,
is.
you have to like kind of work your way
That's
right
so
into it.
true. Yes.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
one the one in Atlanta, it was called they spelled it differently, but it's called reparation. And it's
Yeah, okay.
essentially about a um it's about a Black or African American family
Hmm.
that were in like early 1900s, if you
Oh yeah,
will.
yeah, that one,
And
yeah.
yeah, and so they
Yeah.
my husband and me and my children were all killed. And so my husband came like as a spirit came back and started killing all of the people that whose family members had to do with it. So
Is that
it's
a horror?
crazy.
Okay.
But I know it's good, and they're still working on the editing with that. That's the one that I'm actually most
Oh,
excited about because I really want to see it. So, but you know, you
right.
gotta be patient.
Yeah. Yeah, how long do you usually then wait for a movie like that? Like how long do they edit?
Oh my gosh. This one has just been having I don't know all of the details. I will say that, but I know that
Right.
there's just been issues in regards to the editing process, and I'm not sure what has happened. Usually, you don't wait more than, a year, or you don't
Hmm.
usually don't wait more than a year, and that's if it's like a full length movie. When there's
Right.
short films can be done in about a month, and that just depends on who's editing it and the time that they dedicate to it, because everybody
Right.
of course has to still work on top of doing their passion. So it varies a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. What about then I'm not sure how to say this, but Thaddeus?
Thaddeus, yes,
Okay,
that
yeah.
was a supporting role too. He hasn't come out with it yet. I know.
Like the movie?
Yes, so
Right.
there
Okay.
the struggle with acting,
Huh.
there are a lot of things that you will be a part of, but if they don't come out with the film, then you can't use it. So it
Wait.
happens a lot. That's more freak. Like I actually just met one of my acting friends, Brianna. She lives in Cleveland, but she's
Hmm.
filmed multiple things, and she literally has none of the things that she filmed because
Wait, what does that mean?
so the director or the cinematographer, so the director of photography,
Yeah.
they're the person who's recording it. If
Yeah.
they take it and if they have the film essentially. So if they don't edit it, or if they do edit it but don't come out with it, then it just,
Hmm.
it kind of disappears. Like you just don't have it. And so you don't see what you've done on film, and that's the hardest part. Yeah.
Oh, like at all.
Yeah, at all. You don't see any. I know. It makes no sense, but this is what we're doing. We're just like,
Right.
she, I think I haven't done one yet, but she's definitely done some no, I have done one, student films and things of that nature. But even that, it's like if they don't have the film, if they don't show you the final movie, then,
Yeah.
or if they don't at least share it with you, then you can't use it.
Right. Will it then never like be shown?
Exactly.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard about that with actors before, where they like film a whole movie and
Yeah.
it ends up not being something, and then you've like worked the whole time.
It's
And
for nothing.
right, dang. Is there not anything at all you can, I guess, use? I mean, you have to, like, I guess, the experience and the connection, make, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
It's
sucks.
it does. It sucks. That's the best way you can say it. It sucks. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm not sure why. You would think they would work harder on it, but like everybody goes through things. So I'm like, I'm not sure what happen to make it so that the work doesn't get there. Because I've done a few
Mm,
jobs. I It's so funny. I remember the first one I did, and I'm like, where is that? But
right.
I don't know, and I can't even remember who, because it was so long ago. It's like I can't even remember who it was that even filmed me or anything like that, because it was like it was 4 years ago. I'm like, I can't even remember.
Same.
No, yeah. So
Wow.
it's a lot. I think it's one of the growing pains with acting, because
Mm,
you just have to know, you have to really, you don't know until you get into it. And I think that's the hardest part, is that nobody's really helping people before they get into it to understand you may
mm,
run into some of these things, and you have to
yeah.
be prepared for that, at least mentally,
Yeah.
or to understand what you can take and what you can't take. Not everybody has an agent. They just like to find things on their own. But
Mm,
if you want to get big, you need an agent. You're
right.
gonna have to have one. So, and to
Mm.
be able to get bigger roles, to get those relationships that you need. So it's a lot of growing pains.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that. I guess I mean, I would community and everything is important, but I don't know. How do you feel like is there a great community for that in Cincinnati?
Yes. So in the huge biggest thing with Cincinnati is that we are a theater city. So we have a
Right.
lot of theater. That's why it's so easy for me to book theater. I've actually been asked to actually book roles instead of, auditioning for them. So it's really been helpful for me. And even for some film, it's like, hey, this would be good for you. Do you want to do this? So, and I love it,
Mm,
because it's like, okay, that means that I'm doing something good.
yeah.
Um, I don't know why the community isn't that big. And, but I'm not in the uh a part of the big, studios or anything like that. But I think that
No, no.
we have a lot of, even in this area, because people will pick certain cities to do things. And it's
Mm,
like, but don't forget about the people in the middle. So there's, like I said, 2.5%. There's what, 97.5% of people that still want, to be able to grow and get big. So
yeah,
but
yeah.
there's a great community. I've met wonderful people. They've all been amazing, and it's nice that you have people on your team that want to help you grow as
Mm,
well.
yeah, yeah, that's
We have 10 minutes left, less than 10 minutes left.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Got it too. My okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's really that's important, especially I feel like I mean in everything, but in like the creative careers because it's so like how do you say describe that? Like um it's not as what's it called um
You mean like difficult?
there's not as much certainty, I guess that's a way
Yeah.
to explain,
Yeah.
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 Like having some community or like people to like, have their accountability or whatever you need and in terms of also what your yeah, wants
Yeah.
and desires is. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I'm definitely very grateful for it, for the community. I'm grateful for a lot of them. Like I've lived in Atlanta, so I have connections down in
Mm,
Atlanta. I
right.
I currently have my friend. She lives in Chicago, so I'm able to build connections wherever. And the good thing is,
Yeah.
like, we all want the same thing, and so we all have to help each other to be able to get it.
Mm,
The great thing with Cincinnati is that I'll have people contact me, and it's like I don't even, it's like I don't know what, but apparently I have a lot of connections. Like, people just ask me, hey, do you know this? Hey, do you know that? And I'm like, I
yeah.
don't think that I know, but then off the top of my head, I'm like, yeah, I know a few people, but
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's awesome. And like nice, really great to be able to like help and support each other in that way.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that's not how you often make it work, isn't it?
Huh?
That's like often how we make it work for each other,
Oh,
right?
yes,
Mm,
yes,
yeah,
definitely. It's
yeah.
work is very hard, which acting is work, but it's also worth it.
It is, yeah, 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 oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like it seems to be very. I haven't done anything, but I am very curious about it and getting into it. I've done some other creative stuff. Now I totally lost what we just said or what we were talking about. Um,
Just about the support and community
oh
and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but
So you're interested in acting. Are you interested in doing it?
it feels so scary to say out loud, but yeah, I'm like I yeah, I'm there where I'm just like I just want to like kind of just um like I don't necessarily have like I want to be that, but I'm like more like I think I'm just kind of the person that now where I've reached a point where because I've done the podcast and still do that and like I don't know, I wanna explore like anything I can get my head into kind of thing, I think.
You should honestly, the best place to
Because
start.
you
I'm
learn
not
so much
yeah, if
and
I don't
yeah,
you
meet
guys
so many people.
you guys should have something similar, but improv. Have you heard of improv?
Yeah, I've been looking into that recently. We don't have very much of that where I'm living right now, but we have it in like the um what's it called? What's it called? Like the state of one country, like Copenhagen. I don't know if you
Oh,
know
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in Denmark. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we have it there. So I've been looking at that.
Is it
Yeah.
far from you?
It's like an hour and 30 minutes in a train,
That's far.
or maybe an hour. Yeah, around
That's far. I'm thinking 30 minutes. Oh, okay. We can
that.
sacrifice 30 minutes. No, that's
Okay,
longer.
yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit long, yeah. Yeah, but I would love to. I would really love to do that actually. So yeah.
If you I would only recommend improv just to dip your toe in. It's
Yeah,
one of
exactly.
those to see if this is, how you feel about it. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I've done some theater when I went to high school. I didn't very much like it then,
Oh,
but at some way I did. I don't know if it's just like my age or whatever then, but
and it
anyway.
could maybe you don't want to be on stage. Maybe you want to be behind the stage. There's a lot of
Yeah, I don't
work.
know. I'm really curious about it, but yeah. Yeah. But I just to mention, I read that Atlanta is getting like one of the bigger like cities for filming
It
and
is.
movies that it's
My
like
my
leading
dad
up
my
there.
my dad lives right down the street from literally
Oh,
actually they live on the same corner of Tyler Perry Studios.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
Tiberius
live not
is
on the same corner, but like they live maybe 5 minutes from it. So yeah,
okay,
I've
wow.
actually watched it become a thing. It's weird.
Mm. How is it weird?
It's weird because it was you like for me when because like I don't go down there frequently, or I go there
Right.
frequently, but when you go and come back, like you go to
Yeah,
visit, then you come back, and it's like, wow, this is different from what I'm used from what I'm used to. So
right.
that's what I mean by weird.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay, interesting. What is it like there then? And is it very different from like your point of view?
So I think everybody may have the same idea. It's very congested. When I used to, so as a child, I basically it's kind of like my second home, if you will. Actually, yeah, because I live down there too, so it really is.
Right.
It's there are a lot of people, so it's very congested. So it's like traffic. It takes my dad maybe an hour and a half to get home every day,
Mm.
and
Like New
that's in a
York?
car, huh?
Is it like New York traffic?
Probably, yeah. I would say
Okay.
similar. It's definitely in New York because I have a cousin that lives in New York, and I'm just
Okay,
like,
right.
listen, I could never live. They y'all move too fast for me. Do y'all know
Oh,
how to
all
stop
right.
and smell the roses? Even though New York doesn't have roses, but it's very fast. So it's like, okay, there is a lot going there. It's almost too much for me. I would
Mm.
Now, I would definitely travel for work, but living there is a completely different thing. I'm like, I don't think I would live there.
Okay.
Atlanta, I probably wouldn't move back to Atlanta either because it's so many people.
Right. Okay.
I like Cincinnati because it's a nice medium. Like it's a nice small city. It takes you
Mm,
30 minutes to get anywhere out within the city limits at most. And so
right.
it's I like that. But as far as career wise with acting, it doesn't really help too much. So I mean, but
Right.
I can always hop on an airplane, so that's a good thing, or I can drive, so that's a
True.
good thing. So, just figuring it
Okay.
out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Yeah, it's really interesting to like hear like what is like there because I mean there's a lot of like newspapers are possible to read, but it's just something else. So like having the conversation with someone who's like from there and living the experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you.
yeah. So I'm not sure how much time we have back on this one. So yeah, gonna make the ending or like the butterfly or whatever you call it. Um,
I'm here for whatever, Mita, you do it. I'm just here.
okay, okay, and maybe even I don't know, maybe we could make like a second part because sometimes when I've had like a talk, things come up and like I could have asked about that, I could have asked about that. It's like
Yeah,
sometimes when I do the first, I just want to like be in the moment and yeah, just listen.
we
So
sure can. I'm here. I'm here. Just contact me if you ever want to talk again, okay?
all right, okay, awesome. Thank you.
You're
Thank you, Tia.
welcome.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Okay, I'll see you.
Bye.